We had a garage that was pretty well busted up and need to be repaired, so we started making calls around to check on who we thought would be best for us. And Daryl came out, and I found him to be very nice to begin with. I'm very picky about who is around me, and I like Daryl. So we spent some time talking about it. He was showing me different colors and patterns, and I liked them all. And I finally settled on the one that's out front and love it very much. And they even did a little extra for me too, which was nice. I thought that was pretty thoughtful of them. When they were done, they cleaned up all around them, making sure that the yard which they had stirred up was all put back in place, and it was. Often companies just, when they're done, they walk away and leave a mess. Well, your company didn't walk away. They made it very clean, and I went to thank them, and they thanked me, and I've been very happy with it since. A lot of people notice it driving by because it's quite different. And I could use him again for something else, which we're talking to him about.
We had a couple trees that were adjacent to the driveway, and the roots of those trees had caused the driveway to split. It was very dangerous, both in the driveway itself as well as walking up to the front porch. So we did some investigation and found that Quality First was a company that not only would do the job right, but would guarantee it afterwards, which is something we were concerned about. When Daryl came out, he shared with us some colors and some patterns, and not only did they do the job above and beyond what we expected, but the way they put the footing in, the way they increased the size of the walkway, instead of being able to walk one person down the walkway from the porch, you now have room for two. They not only did they pour the amount of concrete they talked about, but they poured over a yard more than we asked for. The quality of the work was so good that our neighbors came over to us and asked us, who did this job? And we shared with them it was Quality First, and to call and talk to that company, talk to Daryl Michael, talk to them, and understand that they aren't just a concrete company. Once he came and gave us a bid, then the concrete contractor came out, and I think his name was Brad or Brian, and he came out and shared with us exactly what was going to be done, and he explained to us that the crew that came out would be one of his top crews, which they were. And it was amazing that when they came, it took them a couple, 3 days. We had to not only coordinate the driveway, but we also had to coordinate with the plumber, because the driveway also had an issue with the sewer line. So they came out and did the concrete jackhammering, and were really, really good at working with the plumber when he came in. And the plumbing company was able to, the contractor was able to work along with them, and it was just a smooth transition with everything being done properly, being done well. And not only did they clean up after themselves, but it was a matter of they were different than most contractors we've had in our house. We've had windows replaced, we've had our roof done, but this crew of workers were so in sync with each other that they would never stand around time. When one group was finishing, another group would come in. So they would water it down. While one was watering down, they were preparing for the next crew. And it just was awesome to see the quality of teamwork that you have with your company, that even though you have different contractors and even though you have different crews, to see the fact that they can interface in such a way that it was awesome. And there's no question that if we have other projects to do, not only would we use Quality First, we would recommend them. Lastly, I was up at Folsom Chevrolet having some work done on my vehicle, and while I was in the waiting area, a gentleman came in, and he was with the home improvement company. And I just asked him a question. If he was to use a concrete company, who would he use? And he told me the only company he uses with his home improvement company, it's one of the larger ones in the country. He said he uses Quality First to do all their concrete work. And this is without even soliciting or talking to him about anything. It was just matter of fact, he said, that's the only company I use. And it was awesome to know that someone in a large home improvement company, I won't mention their name, but a large home improvement company said that the only contractor they would use for their concrete jobs is Quality First. So that's another testimonial. So with that, I say thank you. Have a great day.